Alright, today we're going to be covering the chain rule. The chain rule is, well, this is the exact definition. It's if y equals f of u is a differential function of u, and u equals g of x is a differential function of x, then y equals f of g of x is a differential function of x, and dy of dx equals dy of du times du of dx. Obviously, that doesn't really make a lot of sense when you look at it like that. So another easier way to look at it is using this equation. The derivative of x is f of g of x equals f prime of g of x times g prime of x. And using this will help you with all problems. Whenever I show you how to do a problem with an example, you'll completely get it. And this is the generalized chain rule, and it says if y equals u of x, if y equals u of x to the n power, where u is a differential function of x and n is a rational number, then dy over dx equals n times ux to the n minus 1 power and du over dx times du over dx. That's also a bit confusing, and so an easier way to look at it at the generalized chain rule is using this equation, and that is, this equation right here, and that would be d over dx the derivative of x times u to the n power is equal to n times u, n minus 1, and times u prime. U prime. Basically, okay, what this is just like you would solve a derivative. You take the n and you take the what's called the power and you move it to the front, and then you subtract one. You subtract 1 from the power. You do that same exact thing, except now you add a u prime to the end. It will make a lot more sense when we do an example problem. So let's do that. So let's start off with an easy one. Let's do y equals x squared plus 3 to the 4th power. All right. So what we do first is we're going to use the chain rule, and we're going to take the outside. So we're going to take we're going to take the x squared plus 3. Well, actually, we're not going to do anything to the x squared plus 3 at first. So let's just work on the outside function. Let's work on this power right here. So we're going to take 4 outside, and we're going to do x squared plus 3 to the 4 minus 1. And then we're going to take the derivative of x squared plus 3. So I'm just doing it a long way to show you how that works. And so after that, we're going to take y equals 4x squared plus 3 to the 3rd power times the derivative of this is 2x, and that would be your answer. So if you're going to simplify it, you're going to have 8x to the x squared plus 3 cubed, and that is your answer. It's that easy. So basically, if you look at that of the chain rule, it's f of g of x, just like I was saying before, f of g of x times g of x. That's basically what you're doing here. You took the derivative of the outside function, and you left g of x the same. So this would be g of x, and that would be f of x. And then you took the derivative of the inside, which is x squared plus 3, and that's the chain rule right there. That's exactly how you use it. All right, let's try a little bit tougher problem. Let's do y equals 4x minus 3x squared to the 3rd power. All right, now we have 2 x's inside, but we do the same exact thing. See, we take the derivative of the outside function, not the outside function, but the outside function first. So that would be y prime. Sorry, I don't think I put y prime on the last problem, but it's y prime equals 4x minus 3x squared, because you don't do anything to the inside function first. 3 minus 2, which is 3 minus 1 is 2, so you have to the 2nd power, and then you take the derivative of the inside. So then it would be the derivative of the inside would be 4 minus 6. Sorry, because 2, yeah, 6x. And that would be your inside. And that would be your answer. All right. Let's do a tougher problem. And let's do y equals the square root, the cube root actually, of x squared minus 1 squared. The whole thing is squared. So let's actually not put that in square root form, and let's put it in power form, like to the let's put it in power form. So it's y equals x squared minus 1 to the 2/3 power. Now it's going to be a lot easier to use a chain rule on this. So we're going to take the outside function, which is 2/3. Oops, don't forget your y prime. 2/3 x squared minus 1. 2/3 minus 1 is, so 2/3 minus this 3/3, because that's 1, is equal to negative 1/3. Just wanted to make sure everyone needed to do that. And then, so you're going to have negative 1/3 times the inside times the derivative of the inside function, which is going to be 2x. That's what you're left with. Now let's just simplify it and make it look prettier, because we don't want to have negative exponents. So you're going to have 2 times, actually, sorry, it's going to be 2 times 2, which is 4x, all over 3 x squared minus 1 to the 1/3. And that is your answer. And it's as simple as that. All right, now let's do trig functions using the chain rule. It's basically the same exact thing of the, what's it called, generalized chain rule. And you're just, so let me do an easy one. So let's take the derivative of y equals sine of 2x. So y equals sine of 2x. So basically what you're going to do, and sine is your outside function, so you're going to do y prime equals cosine, because that's the derivative of cosine, and then you're going to leave 2x because that's your inside function, okay? So cosine 2x. Basically, this is your inside function. You can put parentheses around it. You don't have to put parentheses around 2x, but you can, so you can see it better. So cosine 2x. And now you're going to take the derivative of 2x, and you're going to be left with 2. So your answer is cosine, oops, sorry, your answer is not cosine. It's 2 cosine 2x. And that is your answer. And now let's try one more. Let's try y equals tan of 4 of x. All right, so y equals tan of 4 of x. So now so 4x is the inside. So we're gonna take the derivative of tan, which is secant squared x, because remember secant, the rule, secant, tan. So secant squared x, and we're going to take the inside, not secant squared x, secant squared 4x, because we don't do anything to the inside function yet. And we're going to multiply it. Now we're going to take the derivative of the inside function, which is 4. So your answer is 4 times secant squared 4x. And that is your answer. Similar to the last problem. And that is how easy it is. All right, that is all.